Hey guys, welcome to the follow-up video of the telephone box. I hope you enjoyed.
What we do here is go back.
First of all, I want to thank all my subscribers for liking, sharing and commenting on my video. Okay, let's read your questions. The first question is, how much did I take it to build it? Well, actually it was about 2 months of time, maybe a little bit more. And that's due to the weather, because I work outside, I don't have my own workshop. And probably also because of lack of the tools. You see, I had to make all of the moldings and everything with a plane, because at the time I didn't have the router, but now I do, and that's a great addition to my shop. I also got late a little bit just because of my daily job, because I work every day except Friday, and on Friday if it's raining then it stops me from working totally. So sometimes I just don't have time to work on it, but this was a great thing. I would do it all over again. It was just so much fun. I wanted to give special thanks to Les Kenny from BuildEazy.com. He's a great guy. He actually provided these plans for all of us to build this phone booth, and also for the other plans. You can check his site here down in the description, and if you want to, you can also buy plans, but some of the plans are free to get them. And this really took out all of the thinking and everything. I had to build this, so this was really great. I actually doubted the plans at the beginning because I don't trust plans. With the plans you cannot go right every time, because sometimes you make your own adjustments and you make mistakes, and probably the plans have mistakes, but these plans were just awesome, just perfect. Everything was perfect to the detail. Thank you so much, Kenny, one more time. Les Kenny, and I hope I will build something else from your side. That was very good. Thanks, man. Which pieces did I use to build it? And I used red cedar and for the structure, and for the moldings I used some white cedar. I also used some Guanacaste wood that I have left, and this was great because this wood is very rot resistant. I also added the lock to the house because I wanted to lock it when it's not in use. Well, was it built for me? Yes, it was built for me, and actually it was built for my school. So I wanted to show my students how it looks, and I really wanted to see it myself too. So this was a great project. I loved it. How many man-hours did it take you to process the video? Well, this was my biggest project, definitely, and in the video and the build. And it had about almost 500 videos and about 10 hours of raw images, so of video files. So it took me about 10 days to process it all, and that was a lot of job. Many of you ask about the crowns and their design, and you can see it's actually not perfect. And I did this with a jigsaw just because I don't have the CNC, but if I had one I would gladly do them. And I made 4 of them, and that took a really long time to do. All of the window panes inside, there are 3 of them for the windows and 1 for the door. 3mm thick acrylic, transparent one. I put the sealant all the way from the outside so the water doesn't get in. I also made the signs from the same material, from the 3mm acrylic, and I put the telephone letters on it, and on the back I just sprayed with the frosting effect spray. I made the wooden phone out of 2x4, and this was for 2x4 competition. And it doesn't work, but it's a great decoration to the house, and one day maybe I will think about to put a real one so you can actually make calls inside. Meanwhile, you can always send texts. On the inside you can actually see the roof, and you can see my just temporary solution of the cable, which I attached there with the magnets. And inside you can actually see the structure of the dome, and that's quite cool. On the original house, here goes the ceiling, and it has very decorative things going on, and that's just beautiful, and I will probably make a separate video on that. I found this very cool butterfly design for the hinges of the windows. These don't open, these don't move, so this is all stable. I put the screws through the acrylic and on the other side to hold it really tight. For the doors, I actually mortised it inside the hinges on the both sides, and I actually like how this looks. This looks really good. I made a mistake. First I started to mortise from here, but then the door was sticking out when it was closing. Let me show you. Okay, now it's flush, but if I put the hinge all the way to this side, then the door sits proudly of this post. And you can see this from the outside also. So I put the paint on this part, and then I close the door, and then I press it so the print on the other side of the rail actually left me with the exact position where this piece needs to go. The cable is actually running through the door and into the house to provide the light, LED light, and it's 15 watts, so it gives plenty of light. I put my signature on the corners of the house, actually on the bottom of the doors and windows. This was actually my first try on trying to put the signature onto the acrylic paint, and it worked really good. You just have to be careful and really do not apply too much of the thinner through the transfer, because it will take the paint off. On the back side of the house, I still miss to do some trim around here and on the bottom, but I didn't do that for the video. I was already very late with the video, so that will probably be this week when I move the house to its permanent position. When I finish all my painting, at the end I actually gave the coat of spar urethane. And that's all for this episode. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Happy woodworking. Bye.